Should you film in 1080 or 4K? This is a good question. The first question you should ask yourself is, can you see the difference? Some people do, some people can't. Personally, I think the difference is huge, and this is why I film everything in 4K. But one thing is sure, if I would not see the difference, I would film everything in 1080 for the reason I will explain a bit further. But before we get there, we will see if you can see the difference between 4K and 1080. And for this to work, of course, you will need a 4K monitor and to set up YouTube in 4K. About the monitor, if you don't have it, that will be hard. But for YouTube, look at the setting gear. I don't remember in which corner it is, but yeah, make sure the video is in 4K. And this is 4K, well, since the beginning of the video, and this is the same video downscale to 1080. We're going back to 4K and back to 1080. This is 4K, this is 1080. And we're finally back to 4K. But the image quality is not only about the resolution. For example, if I take this Sony Pro camera and I film with it in 1080, the image looks way better than with this small action camera, even if I use it in 4K. This is a HD clip of a Pro camera, and this is a 4K clip of an action camera. Look at how terrible it looks in 4K if we compare it to the HD footage of a Pro camera. Sometimes it just isn't worth to film in 4K when you're using a small sensor camera. One other thing to consider before shooting in 4K is that it's expensive. The camera itself might not cost more money as it became standard over time on most camera models. But what is sure is that your memory card will cost you more. Not only because you will need more space, but you will also need more speed. See in the description for my recommendation of SD card for 4K. You will also need a stronger computer to edit your project, otherwise you will wait an eternity to render your project. You will need a bigger and faster SSD as you will fill it up very quickly. See my video on the upper right corner if you want to learn more about video editing SSD. And if you want to archive everything you film, you will need a ton of hard drive. You're not ready for this. 4K is really heavy. So this is what you need to consider before you start filming in 4K. Personally, I film everything in 4K since 2016, and yet I have for over 42 terabytes of footage in archive. So it's up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. For me, I think it's worth it because I see a huge difference. If you don't see it, don't do it. As long as you're proud of what you do, that's all that matters. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment below, and I hope to see you in another video. See ya!